It's 10 o'clock on WKYT Midmorning. As dangerously cold weather sets in, one group is in need of what could be life-saving help.
Yeah, dangerously cold is right. Check out these numbers back behind me. We're in the teens and maybe even reaching minus 20 as we get toward Thursday morning. We'll go over the latest forecast coming up.
And a manhunt is underway in New York City after 2 police officers were shot.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT Mid-Morning.
Good morning from WKYT and welcome in here on your Tuesday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. You know, today I've heard this described as our warm day of the week. That says a lot, doesn't it?
It does say a lot. When we're in the 20s, I think, at the moment, and yeah, we're going south on those temperatures. Let's check in, not geographically south. We're going south with the numbers, right, Micah?
Absolutely. And Barb, I apologize. She walked through the door, and that's exactly the first thing I said. So that's not the way to start off your work day. So there you go. Outside right now, we're sitting there with the coldest day. She looked at me like, what are you talking about? Why are you apologizing to me? The coldest day, all right? So we're looking outside. First alert defender, live radar. You will see the snow to the northern zones. And slowly but surely, this will track on out of the way. And we'll see those temperatures. Anything that falls in the north, guys, you're there in the 20s, it will stick. 30 degrees there in Richmond, 34 in London. And we finish off right there in the low to mid 30s by the afternoon, even getting some peaks of sunshine here and there. Go through the latest forecast for tomorrow and off toward Thursday. That's when it gets brutally cold. Show you those numbers coming up.
All right, we thank you. And with these dangerously cold temperatures and the air moving in, people who help the homeless are rushing to get donations together.
Volunteers with the Catholic Action Center will be sorting through blankets, coats, and other cold weather items again today. Tonight, volunteers will roll out what they call the Compassionate Caravan. They'll be out on the streets of Lexington offering rides to shelters for anyone in need.
We'll be going with other people that live on the streets that are familiar with these places, and these people, they'll be acting as our guides.
On a cold night in November, volunteers say they helped get 60 people off the streets. Now, if you'd like to donate or volunteer tonight, give GodsNet a call. We have their information on WKYT.com.
Misery loves company, I guess, and we're certainly not suffering through this cold spell alone. Millions around the country are layering up as bitterly cold weather is settling in. The first big snowstorm of 2015 now blankets parts of the Midwest. That happened overnight. In Chicago, it is so cold that commuter rail workers had to use open flames to keep the rail switches on the tracks working. And the Arctic blast is reaching deep into the south. Wind chills could plummet to the single digits this week in Georgia. And remember, you can help us track the winter weather. Send us your eyewitness pictures using the hashtag WKYTRulesWinter.
New on WKYT Mid-Morning, state police are investigating a deadly hit-and-run crash. It happened last night on Kentucky 259 in Grayson County. State police say 47-year-old Jackie Hayes was walking with her juvenile daughter when she was hit by a vehicle. Hayes died. Her daughter was not hurt. State police are still searching for the driver who did not stop. And in other news, a Central Kentucky woman is in jail accused of shooting her husband. It happened yesterday on Catlett Lane, south of Harrodsburg. David Pevler told the Mercer County Sheriff's Office that he and his wife were arguing when she shot him in the arm and stomach. Sandra Pevler is charged with second-degree assault. Her husband was flown to UK hospital. We do not know his condition this morning. Well, new on WKYT Mid-Morning, investigators have identified 2 people killed in a southern Kentucky crash. It happened yesterday on the bypass in Monticello. The Wayne County coroner says 66-year-old Betty Burnett crossed into oncoming traffic, hitting a car head-on. She died, and so did the other driver, 50-year-old Mark Hodges.
Crews are investigating a fire that damaged a Central Kentucky home. It started last night on the second floor of the home on Highway 2141 in Lincoln County. The fire department there posted these pictures of the fire online. No one was hurt in that situation. But that was the second house fire in Lincoln County yesterday. The first on Maywood Drive killed a local farmer. 54-year-old 14-year-old Danny Bailey, as we're reporting. Family members say he lived in the house alone. Firefighters are still investigating what caused the fire, but they do not suspect anything suspicious. Well, a scare for the New York City Police Department overnight.
Just weeks after 2 officers were murdered, 2 more officers were shot last night. Don Champion reports now from New York.
New surveillance video could help identify the men involved in the shooting of 2 NYPD officers. Investigators say the video shows one suspect opening fire on the officers who were responding to a grocery store robbery in the Bronx. New York's mayor and police commissioner rushed to the hospital where they are being treated.
This is absolutely a case of officers going above and beyond the call to protect their fellow New Yorkers.
The officers and 3 partners were getting off duty when they heard the 911 call and went back out to investigate the robbery. Officials say the shooting happened when the officers approached 2 men matching the description of the suspects involved.
One is a 30-year-old male who suffered gunshot wounds to the left arm and the lower back, and he is currently in the operating room and is listed in critical but stable condition. The other officer is 38 years old. He was shot in the chest and left arm and is also listed in stable condition.
Fellow officers swarmed the area searching for the suspects, but both got away. The shooting happened 2 weeks after NYPD detectives Rafael Ramos and Wenjin Liu were ambushed and murdered by a gunman while they sat in their police cruiser in Brooklyn. Detective Liu's funeral just took place on Sunday.
We depend on them to keep this whole city safe.
Hours before last night's shooting, the mayor praised the NYPD for helping to reduce overall crime in the city in 2014. Don Champion, CBS News, New York.
Now, the manhunt for the suspects is still underway this morning. After the shooting, police say the 2 suspects carjacked a vehicle. That car has been found with a gun inside.
Well, Congress is back at work today for the start of its new term. Thanks to Election Day victories, Republicans will control both the House and the Senate. And that paves the way for battles with President Obama over matters like the Keystone XL oil pipeline, immigration, and health care. Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell is becoming the new majority leader today. And in Kentucky, the state capitol is bustling this morning. This is the first day of the 2015 regular session of the Kentucky General Assembly. As usual, the session will have 2 parts. The first 4 days will focus on organizational work. Governor Steve Beshear will deliver his final State of the Commonwealth address tomorrow. That's earlier than usual in the session. And lawmakers will leave Frankfort on Friday. They'll return February 3rd for the second part of the session.
Well, if your child can't decide what to study next year in college, how about video games? The University of Pikeville says it plans to start offering scholarships to gamers in the fall. UPike would be one of only a few in the nation to make video games an official sport. The school will offer 20 scholarships and begin League of Legends competition play in the fall. Players will be coached by a UPike graduate.
All right.
I think it could create a lot of interest out there. And this too, Girl Scouts are jumping on the gluten-free trend.
2 of the new cookie flavors are gluten-free. Toffee-tastic is a butter cookie with toffee bits, and Trios has peanut butter, chocolate chips, and whole grain oats. Sounds
and no
pretty good.
gluten.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
It's what's left out that's important, right? We have a traffic alert to pass along this morning. Crews will soon begin overnight demolition of New Circle Road. Starting tonight at 7, the left lane of the inner loop will be closed between Versailles Road and Old Frankfort Pike. And then at 10 o'clock tonight, the entire road will be closed in that stretch for about 30 minutes at a time until 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. And daytime blasting gets back on track with 4 blasts today, one of those shortly. Each time, the inner and outer loops will be closed for about 15 minutes. Don't get stuck in that.
You don't want to be there, you're right.
If you are, maybe you're watching us streaming online right now. All right, after a 10-day break, the Kentucky Wildcats hit the hardwood again tonight.
The Wildcats have been at so-called Camp Cal, practicing several times a day. The #1 ranked Cats head into SEC play undefeated. Kentucky takes on Ole Miss tonight at Rupp Arena. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock on the SEC Network.